From saving the UFC to walk-off KOs, being a two-division champion, is undeniable that Alex Pereira is one of the most feared in MMA today. But the question is, what if he loses? Is the peak of his run over, or is there another level? With UFC 320 around the corner, an amazing card with great fights throughout, the one we're going to talk about is the main event, Alex Pereira versus the man who took his belt, Magomed Ankalaev. Now, there's two paths to be taken: winning the fight and losing the fight. So let's start. At 38, if Alex Pereira fails to regain the belt, he's at a crossroads. Does he stay at 205 and climb the ranks? Does he retire, or does he seek a path at heavyweight? With the fight this weekend, we have Carlos Urberg versus Dominic Reyes, likely for the #1 contender spot. And we also have a fight on the undercard of UFC 320 and Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree, who are next weighing in line. At this stage in popularity Alex is in, anybody would fight him, from 205 contenders to newcomers to a possible 265 weight jump and unexpected 185 fighters. In terms of possibilities, he got options, but the options that are most favorable for him in his career, which one would he take? Now, we got the option of retirement. A lot of people see his age, and even he himself has teased retiring to the fans in UFC, but he has since retracted that statement, and he has said he's going to continue fighting, and he's not sure when he's going to retire, but as long as his body is healthy and he keep fights competitive, he is going to continue. People have spoken on his activity levels and how they lessen, but he says he's simply recovering, and you have to remember, he is also doing things outside of the UFC at this rate. He himself is a brand. He is going to be a part of a movie named Onslaught. He is doing ads, and I wouldn't be surprised if his focus isn't 100% on the UFC anymore. Then we have a move to 265 heavyweight division, and personally, I like this decision a lot. To those who don't know, Dana White is hyping up a UFC White House event, and to not fight for a while and come back to fight on that card and helping stack it against a returning John Jones, who has also expressed wanting to come back, is very, very likely. It's a very interesting matchup up there. And I'm hoping that does happen. So we'll have to see what happens if he does lose on UFC 320. And I'm praying for my boy Alex it's not by knockout. If he loses, I'm coming back to this video and putting straight crying emojis, but we'll see. Now, in the event he wins the belt and beats Magomed Ankalaev and reclaims what he has had, what's in store for him? The most obvious answer is a rematch. Magomed Ankalaev beat him once and Alex beat him once, so to finally settle it, who wins? And they have to go for the trilogy. But Alex has expressed wanting to end it at UFC 320 and for the story to end. Therefore, no trilogy, but he said he's willing to do whatever the UFC wants him to do. Next, we have an instant move up in weight, and this has been teased between both fighters as well prior, and that's the possibility of Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira. A chance for him to become the first UFC 3-weight world champion in the UFC, making history. I'm hearing people say, some are saying Tom Aspinall is a Muhammad Ali of MMA. Crazy statements. Told Mr. Potential, man. I don't know, but to have that fight, a lot of fans would be hyped. A lot of fans would be waiting to see the possibility of how it all play out. He currently has 8 fights left on his UFC contract. So let's talk if he stays at the 205 division. If Carlos Urberg wins, that makes for an interesting storyline. Another city kickbox fighting trying to avenge Israel Adesanya. The next generation versus the old is a great storyline in itself. So to end the video, the question still lies: what's next for Alex Pereira? Well, we'll have to see the outcome of UFC 320. Leave your predictions in the comments. Win or lose, is Post on here to stay. MMA Lifestyle, and I'm out.